Hey, welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Thanks again for tuning in and watching the Cypress Sports Show, brought to you by Coach's Corner, your go-to spot before and after the game. I'm Jeff Russell here with Mark Slevcove. Today, we're going to welcome boys soccer players Jared Estrada and Raul Mora and check in with Marissa in our Destination Jiu-Jitsu segment, Kruisin with Krebs. Now, we'll get a little bit more into it as we go. Kruisin with Krebs, we're coming along slowly, right? Slowly. Maybe one step forward, 7 steps back here, kind of thing. Well, we're getting there. All right, Coach. Winter, Thanksgiving. There's not always a ton of games, scrimmages and things like that, but then it really ramps up, right? Right in this Thanksgiving time, after Thanksgiving, as we get into December,
right.
Man, there are just so many games going on. You're in tournaments, you're playing back to back to back to back, and there's just stuff all over the place before we get kind of into league. And now with the new league, it's all over the place too. But at least we have a standard if we're playing on these days, where right now we don't. Tons of stuff going on.
For sure. December is crazy tournament time, and now after Thanksgiving, because of the way the schedule's set up, soccer kind of delays their start because of club.
Yeah.
Kids are finishing up their club season. You can't play high school and club at the same time, so we got to finish the club before we go to the high school, and they finish up over Thanksgiving, so our coaches have kind of worked their schedule to make sure that fits. Basketball teams, all 3 levels are in tournaments pretty much every week. Wrestling, they never stop.
We got the weekend tournaments all day long.
So the boys basketball team's played 6 games so far. They're off to a 5-1 start. Their lone defeat was to Los Alamitos the night before we went to Thanksgiving break. They won 3 games over Thanksgiving break in what's called Feast Week these days. So this week, the varsity team plays a tournament in Fontana and Rancho Cucamonga. So they're going to be traveling 4 times this week, long bus trips.
Those are not close.
Playing some different schools. So we're playing at Summit High School.
Nice.
And then at Rancho Cucamonga High School. So Coach Mitchell, good luck. Hopefully the traffic treats you well, and the boys enjoy those bus trips to and from the Inland Empire. The girls basketball team went 2-2 in their first tournament of the season, the Oxford tournament. Then they played over Thanksgiving break against Kennedy and beat the Irish. And then on Monday, they opened up the Valley Christian tournament with the big victory over Mayfair. I think it was 61-29. The boys soccer team, they opened up their season today as we record this with a game against Newport Harbor at Newport Harbor. Then they host their first game on the turf against Marina on Friday. All levels out there. Well, Frosh Soft will be on the grass, JV and varsity out on the turf on Friday. Girls soccer team, they open their regular season with just 1 game this week when the varsity team plays Fairmont Prep at home on Tuesday, today as we record this, on the new turf. We'll have those results next week. Girls water polo went 2-2 in the Garden Grove tournament on the front end of Thanksgiving break. They beat Pacifica and avenged an earlier loss in the season to Yorba Linda. This week they take on St. Joseph at Long Beach City College and Buena Park High. The wrestling teams get back to their regular routine of weekend tournaments. Boys are headed to Westminster this Friday and Saturday in the Cosarec Invite, and the girls are off to Santa Ana on Friday and Saturday. And also congratulations to senior wrestler Vince Partington for making his commitment to wrestle at Vanguard University official by signing his letter of intent.
Yeah, super cool. Congratulations on that. Again, so many games. Check the schedules. Be aware of those things. Know where you're going, what's happening, because there is a ton of games for you to watch. So get out and support those winter sports. All right, well, Coach, without anything further, it is time for our Destination Jiu-Jitsu segment, Kruisin with Krebs. All right, what do we got?
Hey guys, what's up?
How are you?
I'm doing great, just came back from break feeling good.
How was Thanksgiving?
It was great. Just stayed home, cooked with the family, we got a little fireplace going, so it was really nice.
Now you said you like to cook. What exactly did you cook?
Okay, I love baked mac and cheese, so we made that this year.
What do you put, what's your go-to cheeses? Gotta have more than one.
Mozzarella, Colby Jack, and sharp cheddar. Mix them all.
All right. I like it. What else?
We don't really do turkey and ham, so we did a tri-tip and we did a prime rib, which is my personal favorite. And that was on the smoker for like 6 hours, all day. Meat just tore apart so nicely, so it's really good. You know. Yeah.
Well, what on the smoker?
Yeah.
I might need to borrow her smoker.
I don't know about that one.
So, was this our third week now doing Cruising with Krebs?
Yep.
And we're just getting better each week, aren't we?
Absolutely.
As we work out these kinks for them, hopefully you're figuring out dialing it in a little bit here. What's been the biggest thing that you've enjoyed about the first 3 weeks?
Honestly, getting to talk to new people, like you just kind of walk around campus, like, it's a normal day, but then I kind of like realize more and more as we're filming, I'm like, oh wait, he does soccer, or she does basketball, or this or that, and it's like, you kind of just get to like get more familiar with like other athletes at the school. It's pretty cool.
Sorry.
And what kind of things have been difficulties?
The noise is definitely difficult. I need to start bringing my own microphone just to like pass it around and stuff. Just the noise
The
levels.
people over at the Alamaggies over here next door, they were talking about it. They were like,
Well, I think your questions have been great, though.
Yeah.
Your questions have been great, getting people to think outside the box a little bit with their sport in particular.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, you're fitting into the sports theme as well,
Yeah.
which is great. So, the roughness will go away maybe.
she's on it. She's got it.
Got
She's
Either
got
way,
it.
either
She's
way,
got it.
tell
She's
us,
doing awesome.
Tell us what we got this week.
This week is, if there was one rule you could change about your sport, what would it be and why? And I honestly really personally like that question because I feel like every time you talk to an athlete, they're always like, oh, I hate this call, or this call is like, I don't like that, I would change this and I would change that. I feel like that's like a question that like a lot of athletes are like, oh, they always have something to say about that.
What would be the one for volleyball that you would have changed?
Ooh, I think for me, if you miss your first serve, you should be able to redo it.
What? Oh, come on.
Like tennis.
Yeah, they don't let.
Like,
yeah,
come
yeah.
on,
Second
like-
serve.
Try it again.
Second serve.
Serving is like,
No way. We got to keep this game moving. Send it to the other side.
If
Get
I
it
was
right.
changing a rule in volleyball, it would be get rid of the 20-minute nonsense warm up.
Yeah, warm up.
those
okay,
are
those are
so
very necessary
long.
though.
Oh.
They are
Very
so
Most
long.
most other sports, you get basketball. You show up to a game, you got 10 minutes. We'll put 10 minutes on the
Yeah,
clock.
but
If that.
At
they
the
also have shit
most.
rounds before then, so they get like plenty of time before their games to do
Not
that.
necessarily.
Well,
Not necessarily.
I wish we had like a little practice.
I know one we could get rid of that they're talking about right now this week in baseball, that they're talking about implementing this golden batter rule where a team can put anybody in their lineup up at any point
time.
in the game.
Yeah.
That's
lame.
Lame. Keep that one out of there. Don't even
Why
bother.
mess that up?
Yeah, I don't like that.
I think in golf we should get rid of play it where it lies. I think foot wedges are perfectly acceptable.
Well, how about when you strike one in the middle of the fairway and you're in a divot, you're in some clump,
the divots
whatever.
for sure. You should be able to move out of a divot.
Yeah, you
That's
hit,
an
you hit a
un-
perfect shot and you're penalized by being
Yeah, that's an
a bad
unfair
lie.
deal.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, no matter what, we are cruising on this thing. Here we go. Cruising
Absolutely.
with Krebs.
Let's check it out. It's time for Cruisin' with Krebs. What's up, guys? We're back with another episode of Cruisin' with Krebs, and I'm here with Sophia and they're from Cypress Girls Varsity Basketball. I'm here with Maria and they're on Varsity Girls Soccer. All right, guys, we're here with Coach Mitchell. He is the boys varsity head coach. And this week's question is, if you could change one rule about your sport, what would it be?
I think it would be illegal screens because refs don't call it when they want to. I would change the shot clock to 35 seconds instead of 30 seconds so we could have more time to get the shot off.
I would probably change that we should be able to kick in the ball instead of throwing it when the ball goes out, just because it would be so much easier up in the I'd say if you're the last defender, like you should be able to like block the ball. Like if the goalie like isn't there, like you should like block it inside the box.
I would change that public schools have the same rules as private schools because private schools have players from other schools and international as well. well. So as public schools, we just are supposed to use the local born talent, and it's great, but it just sets us at a disadvantage.
Thank you.
Hey, all right, today we welcome boys soccer players Jared Estrada and Raul Mora to the program. Thanks for joining us, fellas.
Thanks for having us here. We're ready.
Yeah?
Yep.
You sure?
Yep. I'm
Jared,
sure.
you ready?
Excited.
Psyched about the new season?
Yep.
Yeah? Well, let's just say, psyched about new things. We were asking everybody who's playing on the new field, what's it like? I mean, it's got to be nice compared to what we've been playing on to get out on the turf field. What do you guys think?
Yeah, for sure, man. I love the field. I mean, the field is brand new, soft turf. I mean, it's just something we've always been waiting for, you know? I mean, we've played on previous years on the grass, and I mean, it's a total upgrade on this new turf, and we really like it. We really enjoy it.
Nice. What about your first time running out? How was that?
It was kind of scary, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah. But I mean, I'm excited. We have 3 years. For me, I have 3 years to play on that turf. He has 1 year, but I mean, I have 3 years to play on the turf, so I'm excited.
Yeah, and you guys have played on turf like at other venues.
They play on turf everywhere,
Right.
Yeah.
except here.
I want to say that at other venues. So one of the nicer things about turf is we can host some night games too. We have lights as well. So you've played night games other places. What's it going to be like when we're running our first night game here?
Honestly, I think it's going to be exciting. I mean, we're going to have our families there. It's going to be a night game with the lights on. You know, lights shining is always something good to look forward to, you know? I mean, every game under the lights is just something good.
I think the atmosphere is going to be amazing, you know? There's no light out, only the lights. You know, your parents are going to be there. You're going to have everyone cheering on. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, a little different with weather as well, right?
Yeah.
A little chillier at night.
Yeah.
Does that affect what you do with the ball or anything like that?
Not really. I mean, Coach Anton has done a good thing of we're training at nighttime now, so we're adapting to how we're gonna be during the game, and we're also getting long sleeve jerseys, so we'll be ready.
Sponsored by Shift Socks.
Yeah, sponsored by Shift Socks. But
You
yeah,
got a new
so,
sponsor for the show?
No, they're all Shift Socks out, man.
We're
They got
sponsored
all
by
their
Shift
gear,
Socks.
Shift Socks.
All right,
Hooking
Shift
these guys up, man.
yeah.
Yeah, Coach Anton knows people. It's a nice donations for these guys.
It is.
He
Yep,
has
it
some
is.
good deals.
All right.
You,
Shift
you
Socks.
mentioned family, so before we get to the next stuff,
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
wanted to know, who's the biggest baller in the Mora family?
Yeah.
I mean,
Is
honestly,
it your dad? Is it Uncle Freddie, Uncle Michael, Cousin Freddie? Who's younger cousins? Who's the biggest baller?
I mean, they're all good at their own things, you know, but I mean, I just feel like I top it out.
Why wouldn't you say that?
I mean, you know, you gotta have some self-confidence, but I really feel like I do top it out on certain things, but everyone is good at their own aspects. I mean, I have little cousins who are doing great things, but I mean, we'll see when they get here.
Now, when your family watches this, because I know they will,
Yeah,
I mean, who's going to agree with you?
everyone, they should have. Everyone should agree.
Check the comments.
All right, so you guys have your first game today. We're recording on Tuesday
Yeah.
of this week. You guys are headed to Newport Harbor today to get our official season going. What's the outlook for this year? What are we looking forward to? What's the team's strengths and weaknesses, maybe, Jared?
Honestly, I think we have a younger team. We're all like really all around great talented players, so I think we should have a really good season, honestly. Yeah, we might be smaller, but we have a lot of advantages going into the season.
I think our team, honestly, one of our strengths is that we treat each other as a family. I mean, every time we step on the field, we fight for one another, and we're always there ready. I think, like he said, we do have a younger team, but that's the good part about it is everyone's learning under Anton's new motives and our new play style, and everyone's adaptive, and we all look good together.
So we're a young team. But you guys are returners.
Yeah.
I know we have some other returners. Who are our top returners, and then our top newcomers to the team?
Our top returners would be me, Jared, Adam Mayer. We got Dave. We got a couple of good returners. We got Peter. Good young returners and also good seniors who are here to captain the team and lead them on. Some new players coming in are we got KK. KK is center back. He's very good. Who else do we got? We got Gio, Jaden. Some good newcomers on the team.
So it sounds like a good mix of returners,
Yeah.
young, underclassmen, older guys. So hopefully we'll have some nice, solid senior leadership.
Yeah.
And teach the young guys the right way.
Yeah, for sure. Of
Very
course.
good.
Well, how would coach or your teammates kind of, now that you got this family atmosphere that we have going on, how would they describe like your play on the pitch? Like what would they say about you as they look to you? Like, what are the things that are going to stand out?
I think the things that are going to stand out is our intensity. How we have a thing where it's called mid block, where we each defend a certain way, and you have to play your role well. If not, it will not work. And since we have that great connection as a family, we all keep that same role, and we're all able to back each other up in every instance of where the ball goes. And that's one thing every team will see is since we're very well connected, they'll see that we're all backing each other up any way they go.
Anything to add, Jared?
Same.
Yeah, honestly, it's going to be hard to break us down, honestly, because the way we play, it's going to be hard to break us down. Our middle's really solid, and we have really good defense, honestly, in my opinion. So I think it's going to be really hard for teams to break us down and score goals on us. And our keepers are talented as well.
Nice.
Was that your question, Coach, or was your question how would Coach describe you guys, or your
Yeah, but
teammates
I like
describe
to
you
let's
as
hang,
players?
Let's hang out with this for right
You're
now.
comfortable describing yourself as a baller. What would your teammates say?
We'll get to that
Yeah.
part. But think team wise still as we're talking about teams. So unless you're a soccer person like I am, unlike Coach, he doesn't really know. He may not see things that I see, plays that you guys run, seeing things develop. What kinds of plays might we see coming this year? Look for from the team, like special corner plays or special things that is different from years back. Enlighten him.
Yeah.
So your set pieces. If you will.
Our set pieces.
Yes.
During free kicks, we have certain set pieces where we have a wall, and they'll make certain runs that will pretty much make the other defense confused, because usually when you're kicking the ball, on the free kick, the other team is the one who usually has the wall. We don't usually have the wall. But in this instance, we will have the wall, and they'll make certain runs in the outside, so it'll confuse the other team. They won't know what to expect, and that leads us to multiple options we can choose from. And if we cross the ball, or if there's another player open for a good shot off, or even in corner kicks, we're doing the same thing where we have different codes where players lift up certain arm signals. And as they do that, then we have some where we check in, or we have certain players move out and move in. And it's just certain things like that is going to mix up the defense.
So then if you're the person, who's kicking it, right?
Yeah.
Striking it, for lack of a better word.
Coach Cobley would say kick far.
Yes, kick faring it. So when they're doing that and we're getting our place, are you then putting the ball in a certain area for that, or is there a certain person you're going to aim for, or does it depend on the situation?
Honestly, it just depends. You know how he said we all go our different ways, so there's times where you can lay it off, put it back post, take a shot. You have different options to do it. We got with the free kick, we can switch it up every time we have a free kick, so it throws off the keeper too. He doesn't know what we're going to play.
Who's making those calls? Coach making those calls, or are you guys making the calls on the field, reading where the defense is set?
We are making the calls on the field, so we can see the defense and see if they leave a man open, or what would be the better shot or the better option in that case.
All right, now again, going back to Coach, looking at you guys, or your other teammates looking at just you guys, what are we going to say, or how are we going to describe your individual play on the pitch?
Go first.
Like, what kind of player are you?
Me as a player, I really think I'm a leader. I mean, I really think I fight for the team. I think you'll see me around the pitch in multiple areas, fighting for the ball, fighting back for the team, and making those through balls so our attackers can come and finish. And
me, I think our coach would say that I'm a quick player, honestly. I can make quick decisions. I can play good through balls. If I see Raul making a run, I can really hit it, a good ball where the defense throws it off. And honestly, I think I'm a strong player for my size. I'm a little on the smaller side, but I really get stuck in, and I can really go 50-50 for a ball.
Nice.
Yeah, Messi's small too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of good. He's kind of good.
He's all right.
All right, we're into our second year with Coach Anton.
Yeah.
What's been the biggest improvement over the course of the year as we move into the second year with him as the head coach?
I think our big improvement really has been how our team chemistry is. I mean, he's helped us get our group together. He's helped us. He's also got a good coaching core. We got assistant coach Milton, and just them two having a good chemistry bounces off to us, and we both feed off that energy as a team and as a family together. And just him coming in, helping, like, bring us new gear and bringing us. It's the simple things that count. Like the new gear, we're all like, oh my God, like we got
establishing
new gear.
some pride.
Yeah, we're like, oh, we got Cypress to rep. We have different things that we can do. And it's just those little things that he's bringing on that's changing the culture.
Who's the gear brought to you by?
By Ship Socks.
You're training, right? You guys are doing a lot of training all the time. Thinking about what your daily training is like, and then not just with that, but with all the time you're spending on that and your academics, what is the greatest challenge that you guys think student athletes face today?
Honestly, I think it's homework, balancing their homework. Because with practices right after school, sometimes students have even club practices, so coming home really late. I think homework is kind of a struggle, honestly.
Yeah.
No more club now. No
Yeah,
more club
no
that
more
high school
club.
starting.
Yeah.
No more playing. No more competition.
Same for you?
Yeah, I would say it's honestly the balancing part, just staying on task and making sure you have everything right and organized, because, I mean, if you're not organized, then it'll be pretty tough and challenging to get everything in.
Yeah, we find that to be a common theme sometimes is organization, right?
Yeah.
Especially with athletics. The time commitment that you guys spend, not just with practice, but with games, travel, and all those things, to figure out where my studies come in, where my homework is, studying for a test, balancing just family stuff, right?
Yeah.
Being able to spend time with your family. Like, it's stressful, I'm sure,
Yeah,
right?
it is. Yeah, I think for the most part, it's just staying committed and staying, like I said, making everything is right back and forth, like making sure you're well prepared. Because if you're not prepared, then it will really affect you. I mean, you are practicing after practice. You are pretty tired, but I mean, you always gotta tell yourself, I gotta finish school. I gotta do my homework and whatever I have prepared next on your schedule.
He's gonna give you the 5 P's right now.
Or the 5 P's are just failure to prepare is,
Preparing to fail.
right?
Yeah.
So if you don't prepare, you're going to fail. Or the 5 P's.
Yeah.
Prior preparation prevents poor performance. Try to say that 5 times
Yeah.
Okay, so how well prepared are we going to be for our new league? We move out of the Empire League this year. We're into the Century Conference. What league are we in, and who's going to be our newest rival, our biggest rival in our new league?
I really think we are going to be prepared for our new league. I think our biggest rival might be Pacifica, because we recently played them.
Still a rival?
Yeah, it's still a rival. We played them last year in the past couple of years, and I mean, we've had very close games with them. I mean, I'm familiar with other teams in the league, but I think the ones who stand out for sure are Pacifica, as we have played them before.
I have a couple kids that play over there that play on my club team, or like the older age groups. So I think it's gonna be a really good like rivalry when we go back to clubs. See like who won the games.
Yeah. Sometimes soccer is such a community too, right? You play here and then you play in club, and we got you here.
Yeah.
And then if you lose in club, then you're in high school. Like, we got you in club, right? There's that constant rivalry even outside of just the high school or club part.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Yeah, it makes it pretty unique that you guys get to have that. All right, well, hey, we have come time where we do some fast action questions. Hopefully you've watched the show before. If you haven't, welcome to the show. So don't overthink them. Whatever comes to your mind first, we're going to rattle them off. These aren't like supposed to be hard. You guys ready?
Yeah. We'll go 1-on-1.
All right.
1-on-1.
Like, I'll
1v1.
do a question. He does a question.
No, we each go.
Oh, okay,
you can
okay,
go
okay.
first, but he's
Okay,
going to
okay,
answer
sounds good,
too.
sounds
All right,
good.
here we go. What sports did Coach play when he was at Cypress?
Track and football, I believe.
And?
Track and football.
And?
Football is in
And soccer.
and soccer. Football is in soccer?
Yeah.
I was trying to have
I
you
missed
help.
that.
Like, get you to hell. All right. What's the weirdest pregame activity or ritual you've seen a teammate do before a game?
And some mustard.
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Take some mustard for cramps.
Oh, eat mustard. Okay.
Old school.
Pickle juice, mustard. Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably say that the mustard one is pretty weird. Or they'll eat just weird things before the games to get them going.
Yeah. Do you guys have a ritual for you?
Just play music, honestly, get locked in.
Yeah. Any specific song that you got to listen to before?
No, it kind of depends on the game. I mean, if I know it's gonna be a very like competitive game, I'll try to play more calm music so I can just come in with the open mind.
Okay.
Or if it's like a game I feel like I really need to up the tempo, then I'll play a little bit more like higher.
So we're
volume
playing
music.
Pacifica. We're listening to Kenny G.
Yeah, sure.
Something like that, something mellow, instrumentals. If you could only eat one food for the entire soccer season, what would that be? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We're eating
Tacos. Simple.
I'd probably say spaghetti. I mean, spaghetti is always a good thing to eat before the game. It's always, I mean, you get carbs and you can mix it up. You can do different types of spaghettis.
I'm going with Jared and the tacos.
Yeah, so slow you down, Coach. I think this song by slowing you down.
But they're way better than spaghetti. I don't know. If you could change haircuts with anybody on the team, whose hairstyle are you stealing?
I'll take the buzz cut.
Yeah?
I'd probably say, I don't know. We all kind of have the same type of hairstyle. If anything, I'd probably say Peter because his is pretty similar to mine. It's like the comb over.
Comb over
Yeah, I
style.
think it's pretty similar.
Jeez. Have you ever been in a game where something totally random distracted you from the game, and what was it?
A little kid falling.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Where was that?
Pretty sure it was Buena Park.
At Buena Park?
Yeah, Buena Park.
And then you were just like kids screaming.
Okay.
Were you laughing
I was
because it was like a
laughing.
funny tumble,
Yeah.
but the kid was okay,
Yeah.
or was it? Yeah.
Yeah, I would say my freshman year we played Marina, and there was like a dog running around. He was like almost going in the field, and it was pretty distracting because I'm like, oh, if I get the ball and there's a dog around me, like, what am I gonna do?
That would make sense. Best advice you've gained from your coaches, short term, but your coaches while here at Cypress.
I would say the best advice is to always stay calm and stay focused on our goals.
Okay.
Just play your game. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Just play your game. Don't respect anyone. Come in with an open mind.
All right. If you could have a superpower on the pitch, just one, what would it be and how would it change your game?
I think mine would probably be super speed because I mean I can just get past anybody like in an instant pretty much, and I'd be able to go in the goal
So
quick
you're
seconds.
saying you're slow right now?
I'm not saying I'm slow, but I mean I can use a little bit.
You
of
could
speed.
use some
Yeah.
speed, but yeah.
That's invisibility because honestly, I could go invisible, make a run in, and then reappear and then play me the ball, and they would never see me coming.
Right. Maybe avoid offside too,
Yeah.
right? The ball's already there. Then you show up like, I just got here. I like that. Anything else you guys want to add?
Honestly, let's just have a great season.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I think this year we really have high hopes for our new league. I mean, we've played a couple of those teams before, and we feel like we're really a strong fit for this league. We want to get it. We want to win. I mean, this is my last year. Let's make the most of it.
That's right.
That's awesome. Well, we wish you guys the best of luck. Thanks again to boys soccer players Jared Estrada and Raul Mora for being here today. Thanks to our sponsors, Destination Jiu-Jitsu and Coach's Corner.
And shift socks.
Maybe shift socks. Get out there and support those businesses. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys next week.